Looking to make changes in your life? Are you looking for what habits you can add to your life that actually will bring positive change? If that's the case, this video is for you. My name is Tatiana. I'm a certified life coach for women, and I want to help you thrive. In this video, I will discuss 10 habits that will have a great impact on your life. I know with habits, it's easier said than done because habits do require time to change them and to implement them. And for that reason, at the end of the video, I also want to recommend a book that will help you with implementing new changes in your life. Let's dive in. Habit number 1, wake up and go to sleep at the same time every day. Why does this matter? When you go to sleep and wake up at the same time every day, you teach your biological clock, your circadian rhythm, to run more efficiently. And it also will enable you to be less sleep deprived. Think about the last time when you woke up and you had to hit the snooze button many times over and how difficult that is. Or at the same time when you are staying up late for whatever reason that is. And it's also harder to say if you're engaged in social media, it's harder to put that phone down and go to bed because there's just so much that we want to do. And then we end up in that cycle of getting up is hard. And then it sets up a chain of reaction where if you don't get enough sleep, you can be more moody, your emotions might be less regulated, and you may just be running rushed or late all day. It spawns off a series of reactions. But when you teach your body to go to sleep every day at the same time, all of these things will improve. And your sleep deficit bank will decrease, meaning if you teach your body that, hey, this is my 8-hour sleep schedule, if you, let's say, go to sleep at 10, wake up at 6, you will have a better mood. You will, as I said, you will run more efficiently and you will feel less tired. And when we're less tired, we have a better mood and we can accomplish more things. Habit number 2, get regular exercise. There have been so many studies on the benefits of regular exercise for our brain, for our mood, and there are multiple TED Talks that you can hear about them. But what it does is exercise give us dopamine, the happy neurotransmitter and hormone. And you think about the last time you exercised and how good you felt. That's exactly what dopamine does. And when we feel good, it impacts our mood. Again, it regulates our mood. We are happier. And we also can manage stress better. So, for that reason, I personally prefer to exercise first thing in the morning so that I can better manage my day and I can better manage stress because you already receive these endorphins. I actually call exercise my bulletproof vest because if I get enough sleep and if I get my exercise, it's amazing. It's a great feeling and I'm ready to take on the day. And please don't equate exercise with 1 hour sweating session at the gym. Exercise could be anything that works for you and for your schedule. It can be a run, it can be a walk, it can be lifting weights. Choose what works for you and vary the intensity and duration. It doesn't have to be, like I said, it doesn't have to be this long session every day. And that's where many women make mistake. They think, oh, I just don't have an hour a day to exercise. Expand your mind. Find that works. If you're not able to have 45 minutes, 30 minutes, do it less. It will transform your well being. You will feel it, and people who surround you will feel it. So it's a win win. Habit number 3, prioritize healthy eating. This is another one of those so frequently talked topics. But I'm not here to tell you which diet to follow, which meaning diet as in eating keto, eating vegan, vegetarian. The biggest difference you can make in your life is eliminating ultra processed foods as well as reducing the amount of added sugars that you eat. These things have been linked to so many diseases, and I will link some videos in the description for you so that you can listen to doctors on YouTube. I'm a big fan of listening, learning from YouTube, and I have learned so much. And I want to share with you those sources of information that I learned from. When we eat unhealthy food, it impacts our brain, it impacts our gut, and it's related to how we feel. If you feel sluggish, if you feel like, oh, I just ate but I have a afternoon crash, I need more coffee. This is not a healthy eating behavior. People tend to think about healthy eating in extremes. Oh, just salads and vegetables or go on a diet. No, it's not that. Healthy eating is doing your best to eat the foods in the natural form, in its whole form, as much and as often as you can. So, those three habits that I just shared, waking up at the same time, go to sleep at the same time, eating healthy, and exercising, are personally my three non negotiable for health. So, if you're implementing these habits, you actually will improve your health as well. Let's move on to habit number 4. Get up earlier. So, if you feel like you never have enough time, if you feel like you're frequently rushing or if you're frequently being late somewhere, get up earlier. Your life will benefit from it. And especially if you're a mom and if you have little kids or young children, you will benefit from having additional time in your day. I wake up between 4 and 4:30 every day. Yes, I wake up that early, but it works for me and I absolutely love it. Why do I wake up that early? It's because my kids wake up at 6, so I want to have quiet time in the morning where I can do things that are important to me. And in my case, I get my exercise. I don't go to the gym. I have equipment at home. I purchase dumbbells and kettlebells and I turn on YouTube to do a workout, or I go outside and run. But it's non-negotiable for me. That's why I want to get up early and do that exercise. I also do additional work. I read, and sometimes I take care of the things that are on my to-do list in that quiet time. And the reason I wake up between 4 and 4:30 is because I wake up without the alarm. My body is in sync. I've taught my body to wake up at the same time, and I don't feel tired, nor do I feel exhausted. And I do not run on coffee all day long. It's actually, that's what I used to think. People who get up early is that they're constantly tired, but you will be amazed how much energy you have. And it's getting up early is one of the things that you will not believe the benefits of it until you try. And of course, you don't have to get up as early as I do. Please find the time that works for your schedule and that's reasonable. But also keep in mind that if you're going to get up early, or at least try to get up early, you need to also go to sleep earlier. Because you can't go to sleep at 11, 12 and trying to get up at 5 o'clock, you're setting up yourself for failure because it's not enough sleep. Adequate sleep is, at least 7, 8 hours. Some people might need more. So it has to work from both ends. Give it a try and see for yourself. Don't just believe my words. Give it a try, especially if you have young children. However, if you're a mom with a newborn or your kids under 2 and they don't sleep through the night, I don't recommend that. I recommend you get the amount of sleep that you need. Habit number 5, read more books or listen to more books. Why? Because books expand your mind. Books allow you to see different perspectives that you might have not seen before. Books teach you about the world. Books teach you about different cultures. Books show you things that you might not be able to see yourself. And also, if you finished college years ago, what are you doing today to continue growing, to challenge your mind, to help you think differently? For that reason, books can teach you so many skills. So I encourage you to find the time. And you don't need hours to read books. All what it takes is 15 minutes a day. Find the time where you're most likely to commit to that habit. Either it's 15 minutes in the morning, 15 minutes before you go to bed. If you commit to 15 minutes every day, by the end of the month, you might be able to finish a book that's about 200, 300 pages long. And by the end of the year, you can read 12 books. You can learn so many new things in one year with just 15 minutes a day. And if you've been listening to my channel, you know I'm big on books. Books are power. And I also, if you don't know what to read, check out my shorts because that's where I recommend books to read. And hopefully you'll find something that you enjoy. Habit number 6, control your social media use or it will control your life. Social media is another one of those controversial topics. However, I'm not going to tell you stop social media. No, because all of us have a different relationship with it, and all of us have different reasons why we choose to consume social media. But what's most important is your ability to control your social media use. So many women come to me and say, "Oh, I just don't have time to do this. I'm just so busy. I have such a long list to do." And when we do the time tracking exercise with them, what I find out is, to which they're very shocked, is they can spend up to 3 hours on social media a day. No, not going on it straight for 3 hours, because I think that might be hard, a little hard to do. But when you don't track, you will not believe that 15 minutes here, 15 minutes there, 30 minutes here add up. And by the end of the day, you can be spending as much as 3 hours on social media. So choose wisely, set boundaries, and literally tell yourself that in between certain hours throughout the day, you will be on social media. And that will be a much healthier approach. Habit number 7, find the time to see your friends regularly. The key here is regularly. Social connections are important for human beings because we live in a socium. We need to connect with other people. And when we as women have a group of friends with whom we can share the positive and the negative, it gives us a better sense of closeness. It gives us a sense of connectedness and community, aside from giving us positive emotions. Because we women, we need support systems. We need support systems to deal with our everyday lives, to deal with conflict, to deal with situations. And sharing with a friend on a regular basis encourages that. And at the end of the day, you will have more positive emotions, and it will be better for your mental health. And if your friends don't live close by, you can do regular phone calls, you can do regular Zooms. But remember to invest in these relationships. There is so much more to life than just being stuck doing your to-do list or working. Invest in your friends and in your relationships now. Habit number 8, have routines. Establish routines. What are routines and why do we need them? Routines is a sequence of steps you do every day, morning, afternoon, evening, that help you run more efficiently, that help you manage your time better, and they're sort of help move you through the day. I recorded 2 different videos on routines, so watch them to get a deeper dive on this topic. But ultimately, what routines will do is they will help you run more efficiently so you don't feel chaotic, you don't feel frantic. Oh, what I'm doing next? Do I have enough time? Do I need this? That is not a very common way to live. And routines will help prevent exactly that. Habit number 9, have family meals together. This can be dinner time, this can be breakfast time, whatever works for your schedule. And if your family is just you and your spouse, or you and your children and your partner, have family time together daily as a meal. Why is this important? If it's just you and your spouse, this helps to build your friendship, to build your partnership, to build your relationship. If you come together as a dinner for a meal, this is your opportunity to share how your day has gone. Maybe there are situations that took place during the day that you want to get your support from your spouse, or you want to share with your spouse so that you know what you're going through at the moment. Again, these enable closeness. This enable connection. And when you have stronger connection, you are stronger as a couple and you're mentally stronger because you have support. And for those of us who have families and kids, this is absolutely crucial. It honestly breaks my heart when families tell me we don't have family dinners or together because we have too many activities. You're missing out on a huge, important component of your life. When you have family meal together, it reinforces your unit as a family. And what it also does, it helps your children feel more secure over time and more confident. Because during that time, kids can share what has happened at school, what they have experienced. Maybe they dealt with situations that they didn't know how to address. And this is the time to exchange that information for a parent to listen and to give guidance, and for a child to share their experience. And over time, the children will learn to go to their parents for that guidance and not go to their peers. Because we know once they get older, it's a lot harder to control what they do, what they say, and how they react, because peers become their authority, I guess, more than the parents. But if you teach your kids from a young age that our family time is the time to share things about each other, because this is the place where they're going to get support, they will grow into secure, confident, and strong teenagers and then adults. It's an incredible thing. So I really encourage you to reprioritize your life and truly ask yourself what is important and where can we come together as a family to share this experience and feel the oneness of one unit. And the last habit on my list that you might find surprising is do something nice for somebody else every day. When we give to others, we rise ourselves. It expands our hearts, because it's so easy to get wrapped up in our life and think about me, my list, my family, this is what I need to do. When you stop and pause and ask yourself, what can I do for others today? How can I improve somebody else's life today? It will be not only beneficial for them, it will also be beneficial for your own mental health, for your own well being, and feel a sense of community, feel a sense of something bigger. And that's the list of 10 habits that can be transformational for your life. And as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, there is a book that can help you implement new habits, because we know it's not easy. This book, it's called The Power of Habit. This book will teach you how habits are formed, how we stick to habits, and what we can do to actually change habits, let's say from bad to good, or from habits you no longer want to keep. If you enjoyed this video, please leave me a comment. I would like to know if this video was helpful for you and what habits you consider changing next to improve your life.